Hello and welcome to my basically AFK Summoner build. We're using Summoner as the prime perk because you can shoot the flyers to increase their fire rate by 20% and their damage by 50%. We want the skill damage off of the archetype. I'm using the Engineer because the Vulcan Cannon was giving me the most consistent damage on the bosses. You can see I have 71 weight. I'm using this armor mostly because I like the way it looks, but also it gives me a heavy dodge. I have 72% damage reduction. I'm using the Tranquil Heart mostly for the passive healing and the fragments for survivability and a little extra damage. Using Tremor to clear adds, Corroded Axe to add damage, Corrupted Rune Pistol to add damage, Soul Link for lifesteal, Ring of the Robust for more survivability, Burden of the Destroyer for damage, the Egg Holder Dried Clay Ring, and the Egg for 4 stacks of Bulwark and more damage. You can see my total damage here is pretty good. So the way it works is you summon your little flyers and you shoot them like this. As long as they're in this state, they deal more damage more quickly. Now I've prepared a few clips of some boss fights. Here are my traits if they matter to you. You can pretty much use whatever you want. I spec mostly into survivability, passive life regen. So in this fight, I used the dog because the Vulcan Cannon just would not fucking target Legion. I noticed these assholes at the door, they were unkillable. I was like, okay, whatever. Let me enrage my summons. And let's get the party started. So for the most part in these clips, I'm trying not to dodge really very much at all. This fight is exceptionally bad. You can't really see your HP when you have the madness on you. So at some point, I'm just spamming my Tranquil Relic to make sure I'm alive. The reason I'm throwing the Krell Axe is to give him the corroded status effect, which will make my minions do a little more damage to him. But all in all, I'm pretty much just standing here taking the hits. Oh yeah, this is on veteran difficulty, just to give it a little more spice. But this build, I've already tested it on Nightmare. On Apocalypse though, you have to dodge more, or you will die. And the damage isn't that great on Apocalypse, but it still works. Also, if you're playing on Apocalypse, you'd be shooting them to add as much more damage as you can. Here I enrage my summons again. This fight is going very slowly. But yeah, I pretty much just stand around and throw the axe there. Oh, summon got hit. First boss down. I added this clip just because it's funny. No bandit modifier for me. Rather mutator. Here we are against Mother Mind. Enrage my summons. Let's get the party started. So I put my Vulcan Cannon down, and then in an effort to not lose it right away, I'm trying to jump off the edge here, and it just won't let me. corrupted rune pistol for a little extra damage. But as you can see, like I said, I'm making very little effort to dodge. Add a little corroded to the boss. These stupid ads are pissing me off. More corroded on the boss. Put down my Vulcan cannon. Just tanking it really. I'll even stand in the red puddles. Doesn't matter, my damage reduction is so high. And here he's going to do a swipe, kill my minions. Of course they're not ready to resummon. But I'll put, look, just stand there and tank it, no matter. Swipes and almost kills my minions. Break the ground. So that's the last piece of ground you can break, so my Vulcan cannon is now free to finish the fight. And that's Mother Mine. Now with the Ravager, it's pretty much the same method. Enrage your summons before you start the fight. Walk in the door. Plant your Vulcan cannon down. And then kind of just stand there. I'm going to throw the axe at him for the corrosion so he takes extra damage. This guy does do a lot more damage, so I do dodge a little bit, but I don't really have to. You can see the lifesteal from my minions is, and the reason I'm popping relics is to keep ammo in the Vulcan cannon so that it can keep firing. I don't really need the healing. Here he spawns the ads, so I use Tremor to just kill them and keep them off of me. Pop a couple relics to get some ammo back in my Vulcan cannon. Drop the Vulcan cannon. Gotta shoot my flyers to re-enrage them. There we go. Oh, that guy's being a bitch. And pretty much just stand here. The fight takes care of itself. So this build works pretty good against veteran bosses. It's not so great for going between bosses in the normal open areas, but it gets the job done. Thanks for watching.